There's a situation going on with a local evangelist. You might know him as Olseen, Joel Osteen. And so there's some controversy that this man is a well-known. Is he in the billions or millions in his grossing? Do you guys know?
He's up there.
If he's
got more money than me.
Close, yeah. he's up
and
there.
And his church is a stadium, so I mean.
His church. He's a very wealthy evangelist, and not saying his work is not great. I'm sure he's done a lot, and he's got great words. But there's some controversy going on that he did not open up his church for people that needed the help. Yeah. And it kind of, I've had this theory about him and other people like Creflo Dollar. I don't know if you guys know who that is. A guy that needed a private ministry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evangelists like that just, but they. 40 million. Okay, that's not nowhere near a billion, but still, that's still a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's more than what I get.
So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think he was right for not doing that? That's his right to not open up his church. Do you think, as a Christian man that preaches this word of God, do you think he should open his church? What do y'all think of him and other evangelists like him?
Well, I mean, I feel like his actions, whenever he did that, speaks for themselves. It contradicts everything you speak or supposedly speak to, and it just makes me ask to know if it's really for the right reasons or if it's for the money. If it's for the right reasons, I feel like if anybody is physically capable of opening their doors to help someone else in a time of need, then you should be able to do it. Just not even being a Christian or religious at all.
Just being a human being.
Yeah, being a human being.
Yeah.
And I feel like it says a lot because, I mean, worst case scenario, people were trying to say the reason why he didn't want to do that was because he didn't want it to end up like the Superdome, you know what I mean? But when you have that many thousands of people with nothing, nowhere else to go, I mean, of course, the church may get a little dirty, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, your heart was in the right place. You're doing what you needed to do. And I'm sure there's going to be other good people out there after that situation that will be willing to help you clean it, you know what I mean?
And $40 million he can definitely afford.
And
that's what I thought.
And they have like 16,000 seats, or they can seat 16,000 or some crazy
number. Yeah, it's like a basketball arena. Literally.
There's enough room, and then I guess he went on record to say that he was going to accept refugees after the Salvation Armies or whatever, refuge. People were seeking refuge.
I was about to say.
I
didn't see that
after their Salvation Army.
Let me add this too. Let's be clear. He actually has right now, so I'm not going to say he never did, but he's absolutely right. There was a time that he didn't, and then they made the statement that they were going to after there was nowhere else to go. But dude, you should be the first one.
But of course, that happened after it got to the media and people were outraged by it. You know what I mean? So it's pressure, because if they apply that pressure, then after this is done, he's done. You know
That's what I love about the internet.
Yeah.
Pressure busts pipes. And I mean, at the end of the day, he got put in this. I'll say this. He was put in a really crap situation because, you've seen pictures where they're saying you couldn't get to it, and then you see the videos where you could get to it. You're like, yo, so it's like there's usually 3 or 4 ways to get to a place, right? I mean, so you could have went the other way, but it's like, if you think of the Superdome, if you take them in and the power goes out, then you the one who looks crazy. You didn't have backup generators, you weren't prepared. Is this supposed to be a place? This is just a place where you get money from people. Yeah. It's not a place where they can come and be safe if needed be. So I think he probably had somebody in the team that was like, yo, they probably had a meeting about it. Like, okay, look, we can take them in, but if it goes Superdome, it's gonna be bad, and then the brand, our brand, will kind of be tarnished. Whereas, he was thinking too much. Yeah, you're the church. Your first obligation is to take care of the people, the parishioners, the people of your community. I mean, tithes alone in that place got to be in the millions of dollars.
Of course. And that was, I saw actually a comment, and I was like, thank you, absolutely. He said, pretty much, if you're not going to help right now, I'm sure you're going to ask for those tithes.
How about I just not bring them tithes?
Yeah. Exactly. You know? And I saw, Charlemagne the God gave him donkey today. He said pretty much have that same energy for him that he's having for the people. Like, all right, we'll give you our tithes and our membership when we get to you. We'll give these other people, our energy first.
I feel like the cost to benefit analysis after that situation, even if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, can only improve.
Correct.
And I feel like if you're doing things from the right mindset, your heart's in the right place, and the rest will all fall into place.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
You can take.
So
a
worst
loss
case
to win.
scenario, it turns out like a Superdome, but you still help thousands of people at the end of the day.
If you honestly, and this is me, if you honestly sacrificed your church for a lot of people and your church might get messed up, I would personally donate to the church.
Yeah.
On God.
Yeah. That's what you would do because you're like, okay, well, that person was there for the time. And especially when we're watching all these videos of people getting pulled out of cars, out of their houses.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this big stadium and
Empty.
we just chilling. You know, we no one's using it for that. And like you said, if someone was going to tell me I can come there in my time of need, then that's probably going to be a place I attend regularly or start to look into it. So like you said, when you look at the business side of it, I don't know who the people on this team. They should have fired every one of them.
Of course.
Because the only option should have been, if you got Anheuser-Busch canning water for people, come on. You can't lose by bringing those people into your church. So.
And I'm gonna keep it real
Bad
with you.
move.
I don't get any of my criticism for this guy for my personal faith. I do believe in God, and I do believe, I do follow pastors and evangelists. I'll say this though, I honestly have never, even when I was a very, very hard Christian, I'm working on my faith a little bit now, but I've never really believed billionaire preachers and evangelists. That's just my personal opinion. If you can debate me, I really never have.
No.
I love guys like Francis Chan, Jefferson Bethke. Who's that other dude that we saw that we watched on YouTube? Sorry, it's escaping me right now. Matt Chandler, he's a very good one too. Those guys are great. They're genuine people, and I don't always look at people's funds, of course, but in my opinion, if you have enough money to reshape the world and you're not doing it, I just don't want to hear your opinion about anything.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about evangelists?
I mean, at the end of the day, if you are the 1% in that in your church and the rest of the 99%, I mean, when you stand in front of people and give these speeches,
Right.
what are you really doing?
Yeah,
I mean, it's that's very comfortably on my silk sheets. I mean, but that's the truth to me. Like, when you're talking about these guys having private planes or properties that they do it through the church so they can get the tax benefits. Right. And all they're doing is reaping the benefits of people giving them money. You got a person who barely got a pot to piss in and want to throw it out, and they're giving their last dollar, and you're like, you did a good thing, young man. Like, really? And so for me, with evangelists, I'm sorry. It's a lot of smoke, but it's really nothing with that.
I just look for that Christ-like reflection, man.
Yeah.
And I don't see Christ-like reflections with millionaire, billionaire, whatever. I don't think Jesus would be flying on private jets. He would be walking.
I mean, it's 2017, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't see it.
Might have some Supreme
take these flops.
Yeah.
I honestly think he'd be on the ground. I think he'd be in the hoods. I think he'd be in all the slums. But he's not going to have the biggest church of all time. People are going to flock to him. That is my opinion about it.
No, it's really tough for the super churches because I remember, my dad lives in Virginia and he took me to one. There's a pastor up there that's got like a 17,000 seater, and I'm sitting in there. I'm like, how do you really get the message from this person? And I mean, the guy, he seemed really nice. He was, he was at the door greeting everybody, but it's like, this is just too big of a thing of a place to be to really receive that message. I
like my hands on. I like talking to my pastor hands on and stuff like that too.
I feel like it gets to a level to where it's not, about, it doesn't have a real purpose anymore other than money.
Lost sight of the purpose.
Like I've gone to a lot of churches, and I like my grandfather was a preacher out of church, so I've been involved, but if the tithing pot goes around more than one time or you mention it more than once, I'm unfortunately out. If it goes around three, like I've been to churches where it goes around like 3 and 4 times, like you didn't miss anybody after that. I've
been to a church where they specifically told you how much to give. Like, okay,
I've been
somebody
to
give
that
10, somebody give 100, somebody give 20. I know somebody out here has $13.95. That was very specific right there. Like,
it's for the building fund. What you talking about?
And, I'm not knocking tithing. Of course, this is nonprofit organizations. They need stuff for their community and their funds and all that stuff. But dude,
they ought to get enough being tax exempt. I'm sorry. The tax code on churches is the smallest written law you'll ever see. The truth about it is we all struggle with it about the conversation because I don't want to look at my pastor and if he was a millionaire, judge him that he's not taken care of. But I feel like those type of evangelists, they become more than life. You know, and so that, like you said, the purpose, it gets eroded. We're not focused on helping our people anymore. We're focused on how much money I can make. So I got to write this other book. I got to make sure I'm on this show. Why? Are you talking about this community? Like, you never hear them say, in my community, this is the poorest part. And so what we're doing is we're giving back by teaching kids. We're bringing them into you don't hear that. They're telling you, like, go live life and this, and they're trying to give you that motivational speaker. That's money. I get it. Do your thing, boo boo. But if you say that you're a pastor and you have parishioners, it's your job to take care of them. That's your responsibility. You know, and I think a lot of them get passes on that. Like the dude who be hitting you with his coat, like that's just entertainment to me.
Doing wrestling moves on you and all that stuff. Yeah. I feel you.
Can't do it. So.
That's good.
I think the message gets misconstrued whenever, you know, I think their intentions may be in the right place at first and say that they're trying to reach a wider audience. So that's why it goes televised and that's why they need all these cameras and things like that. But I feel like after that point, it's just about the money. You know what I mean? Because if you, like the infomercials, like late at night or early in the morning, like 1 or 2, you know, some of the channels, that's all they're playing. And it has a number to call and donate, you know,
to the prayer cloth.
Oh yeah, with that holy water. That's ridiculous, man. There's actually a good segment I'm not trying to plug anybody else's stuff, but John Oliver did a very good segment about television evangelists. I would suggest you check that out.
Link in bio.
Yeah, link in bio. He called it out really well about how it's a business, and technically this could be a church if That
is true. We got 5 people here.
You got 5 people. Praise the Lord.
That's all you need.
All right.